this is Ariel, this is Devesh, I'm Ella, this is Parkin, and we will give you some financial recommendations.
So we start off by outlining your financial objectives. We have your short-term goals and your long-term goals. Your short-term goals include paying up your debt, preparing for your baby, deciding on whether or not you want to join your accounts, finding you Olivia a new vehicle, and finding Marcus a side hustle. And for the long term, we know that you guys are looking to buy a house, and you might want to start saving for retirement and college savings. So here you have a summary of your debt and income. For your debt, they're mostly made up of your student loans, and credit cards also make up a large amount of that, and that also comes with high interest, so we will be looking to target that. And here's some of your income and your taxes after the standard deduction from filing joint. So here's a summary of your savings. So you do understand that you do not have that much money in your savings right now, which we totally understand, but we will be looking more into that in the future. And Olivia, we noted down that you have a Roth IRA account, and Marcus, you also have a 401k plan that's available to your employer, which we will also take advantage of in the future. So for your accounts, we do recommend you to join accounts. Here is the amount of deductions that we roughly estimated will happen if you file your taxes jointly.
So we also know that you're having a baby this month. So we have made an estimate around $7,000 to $1,000 monthly budget. And then we also recommend you guys to add the baby into Marcus Employer's health plan right after it give birth. And then also set aside around $1,000 to $2,000 as for any baby specific emergency. Also, we can start considering about the college savings for the baby when we're more financially stable. And then always know that we should prioritize retirement funds before saving up for college.
So we know that you two are looking to buy a house. So you two currently have a down payment of $10,000, which will be matched by your parents, meaning that you have a $20,000 down payment in total currently. And so here's our recommendation. We do not recommend, we recommend that your monthly mortgage should be 28%, less than 28% of your monthly income, and your monthly mortgage plus car payments and auto insurance should be less than 36% of your income. And so considering your monthly salary, this is your recommended monthly mortgage rate of around $1,500 to $1,700 per month. And for most cases, people pay their houses over a 30-year period, and so considering your credit score as well to find the average interest rate, this is the recommended price amount around $250 to $280K for the house. And here are just some programs that we recommend to help you find a house. And housing is a long-term goal, so we recommend you to pay off most of your debts first before considering Japan. So we realize that Olivia, you need a new vehicle. So we do not recommend you to lease again, as it will cost you a lot in the long run. So we recommend you to buy a cheap used car. So here's an example of a model of that. And considering your credit score, we estimate your loan, the interest rate of that loan to be around 10%. And so if you pay this car over the span of 60 months, which is most cases for most people, this is the recommended price range, 21K.
So now it comes to the loans. For the car and transportation, we have Marcus's car about $35,000 at a 4.9 interest rate. And we've also seen that you've been ignoring a collect agency that's been contacting you of owing them $8,150. We suggest to contact them, confirming the numbers are correct, and negotiate a new settlement. And here we recommend the lump sum settlement once you are financially stable and have enough saving to offer them a one-time payment so you don't need to pay the full amount owed. And for the long-term planning is once you clear off the credit card debts, your student loans will be lower, and at this point you should start building a 3-month emergency fund and automate monthly Roth IRA contributions. onto debt management. First of all, we're gonna clear off the one that has the highest interest, which is now your credit card. For the credit cards, we will transfer it into a balance card with zero interest for 21 months. So within the 21 month, you will pay $300 per month to clear off the total $6,900 that you have in your credit card. And this will give you a temporary decrease in your credit score, but it will soon recover after you pay off the debts. For the buy now, pay laters, we suggest you track and limit the usage and consider stopping it completely. And for the student loans, there's federal and private student loans. For the federal student loans, we suggest you keep paying it and maybe explore the income-driven repayment to find a lower interest, and this will save you about $250 a month. And for the private student loans, we also recommend, with the credit score you have now, about 680 and 710, we recommend to refinance to a lower interest rate of about 5% instead of the 8.25% you have now. And this in total will save you about $610 a month. Now onto the insurances. For the health insurance, we recommend to enroll in the health saving account that you will contribute about $100 to $200 every month, because this insurance will cover the doctor visits or labs in the future tax-free. So this will save you about $200 to $500 per year in tax. And for the life insurance, we recommend a term life insurance that has a coverage of $50,000, paying $20 to $30 a month with a term length of 20 to 30 years. And with the pet insurance, you can keep your current pet insurance if you want to, but we also offer you an option to find a cheaper provider or self-insure to save $25 to $50 per month in a separate saving account.
Now, let's go with savings and investments. So for Olivia, we noticed that she has a lot of money in her checking and savings account, but we really recommend that she pull most of her money from her checking account, as of right now, the family operates by a buy later, save now system. And for Marcus, we recommend that he puts more money into his savings account in general to start saving money for his child. For both of them, we recommend they put money into a retirement fund, as they've definitely been worrying about that, and we would like them to not. And we go in order of credit cards and student loans, retirement, and then college savings. So the money that they use to pay off the credit card and student loans, we put into the retirement and the college savings, which is what we're recommending right now, being a Michigan 529 plan. The three benefits which we would highlight the most is, number one, it becomes better as the beneficiary gets older. Number two, it is a tax-free withdrawal. And number three, they have a tax deduction up to $5,000. Some other things we can highlight is the fact that it can be used nationally, and that it is just can be used for tuition, but is also variable for other things. So let's identify some investments. NASDAQ and other stocks are at an all-time low. Bonds are also really low. And Marcus and Olivia, we know that you guys get $2,850 from tax returns. We recommend that you use $850 for stocks, bonds, and savings. As of right now, we believe that you should put $700 in savings as, number one, a joint savings plan between you and Marcus and Olivia to start the plan between you, because you guys have been struggling about that, and you put the rest of the $150 into GILD, which is a stock which has been steadily rising and still is as of right now. Now, let's talk about Marcus's side hustle. There's two options. We would recommend the second one, but if you guys want to be more money safe, the first one is viable. Number one is Uber/delivery driver. You have your access to your car, you have a lot of freedom and setup, and it is easier for you to meet new people, such as babysitters, which you might need for your kids when your parents cannot take care of them. And number two is day trading. You guys needed us for finance, and we would like to eliminate that in the future, which is why we recommended you guys for day trading. It improves financial literacy, it has a low time commitment, so you can still go to your other job. It helps Marcus quit gambling and streaming, and it just helps you make money in general when you truly invest and get better at it.
Okay, moving on to retirement plan, we acknowledge that Marcus, you have a 401k plan through your employer, and then we suggest you to start contributing around $417 per month, so you can get the full $2,500 employer match per year. And And then this can also save you on income tax because the money is drawn out before you get your paycheck. And for Olivia's Roth IRA account, we know that you are investing in the Fidelity Michigan Municipal Income Fund right now, but that's like a bond fund and it has like low growth. So we suggest you to sell out all of them or most of them and then use a cash to buy a better fund like the Fidelity Freedom Index 2060 Fund Investor Class or S&P 500 Index or other target date funds because these are stock funds and then for the long-term growth for this retirement plan it's more suitable than the original fund you're investing in. And we also suggest you to start investing, contributing $100 to $200 per month and then you can gradually increase this monthly contribution as the debt is remount. So in total, with saving at the students' insurance payments, cutting down Marcus's bill, streaming services, and sports betting insurances, and more debt management, you can save up to $1,469 per month and $17,628 per year. Now we can move on to the question and concerns.
Great job.
Very good.
I just have a couple clarifying questions. Really excellent presentation. I noticed that we're going to cut out Marcus's prescription drug. And what can you tell me a little bit more about the decision around stopping taking that drug?
Super fast. The drug is actually covered under the new health insurance we're going to get from Marcus. So we're just cutting out the finances through that. And yeah,
Okay.
it's actually just covering the health insurance.
Okay. Very good.
Tax free as well.
I missed that, so thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, great job. You emphasized a few times the importance of saving for retirement ahead of putting money in 529 for college savings. Did you mention at kind of what point we'd be able to pivot and start diverting some funds into that 529? How long should we be exclusively going retirement versus going retirement and 529?
I'm also going to hand this question off to my partner, but for now, what we recommend is you just put $25 into the 529 to just open it up before putting more money later when you have a decent amount or a large chunk of money in your retirement fund.
Obviously, we'd like to focus more on retirement first because there's no loans for retirement, but there's student loans. But not we wanting to put the responsibility back to the kid, but then I think for the whole elementary school, we can still focus on the retirement plan, and then when the kid hits middle school or high school, we can do more onto the 529 plan. Because the 529 plan, you can also, for example, like grandparents, you guys can also like contribute to it, but then the retirement plan is really on your own. So that's why we keep on stressing.
Okay, good